Alright, continuing with Dark Souls. We are not actually leaving Firelink despite the way that just looked, because that elevator has a secret path out over here. And look at that, there's a secret little item there. I'm going to try to get this, I might mess up. So I want to get onto this structure here, and there are a couple ways to do it. You can jump for it, but you can also roll for it. So I'm going to try the roll. There we go. Nailed it. Oh, there's the bird. I think you can lock onto the bird too. Can I do it from here? No, maybe I'm too far away. I want that item. Undead Asylum, floor 2, west key. Key to the iron bars on the west side of the second floor of the Northern Undead Asylum. The Undead Asylum is a giant undead prison, segmented by countless iron bars. But even if a hero found a key in Lordran to liberate this prison, would he have the means or the heart to ever come back? So this is to where we started the game, the tutorial area. Apparently you can go back. Let's see, did I do this right? Yeah, I did. Cool. But how would we ever get back there? I mean, the first time we left the Undead Asylum, we got picked up by this bird, so how could we ever get the bird to take us back? I love this dumb, goofy bullshit. Now we just gotta chill out a little while. It would have been nice if they reduced the timing on this. That's okay, I suppose. Come on, bird. Come on, bird. I think it's a little shorter every time after this, but the first time you do it, it takes a little while. Here she comes. It looks so dumb. It looks really stupid. Probably would have looked a little bit better had I had something to cover my face. Alrighty then. Back at the Northern Undead Asylum. And it's not the same. Some things here have changed. For one, these dudes on the outside used to not be here, and don't underestimate them. They're tougher than they look, to be honest. If they do the flail attack with those torches, it can super kill you in like a heartbeat. Like, he was going for it. He was about to do it. Like, look at that. I lost over half my health to these guys. They are stronger than they look. Just heal up. Pull out my sword, and back into the asylum we go. Now, it's a little strange that the Northern Undead Asylum is like denoted as being the northern one, so it kind of suggests that there are other undead asylums. Because what are you supposed to do, right? Remember that this place is not in Lord. Where did you come from, man? This place isn't in Lordran. It's somewhere far away off to the north. And the solution to the undead problem seems to be in part like, well, they can't die and we can't kill them. So what do we do with them? I don't know. Throw them in prisons on top of mountains. That'll solve the problem. So I sit here. And if I come in here, we got a new friend. It's a Black Knight. There's a Black Knight here. This is a really awkward place to fight him in because it's so small. I don't know how much damage I'm going to be doing here. That might have been decent. I don't know. Yeah, it's doing okay. He's obviously a lot stronger than the other two I've fought so far. Ah, crap, that ate all of my stamina. This is so awkward. Getting into your butt. Oh, we're like halfway there. Ah, darn it. I'm dead. I deserved it. That was greedy. That was so greedy of me. Maybe I should drag him into that room with the bonfire. I don't know. There's water in there, so that slows down my movement, so probably not. There's really not a great place to fight him in. Like, yeah, look at this. Look how slow I am in this room. I wonder if I could drag him into, like, here, maybe? Pick that up. Come on, man. Let's go fight in this tiny little shoebox. He is fast. This is where I picked... Oh, no, there's water in here. Son of a bitch. I didn't remember. Yeah, I got the parry. Oh, right in the balls. The parry does more damage, the riposte, I mean, than backstabs. I mean, they're both like a critical hit, but they do more damage for sure. Oh, here he comes. Ooh, barely got that guard up. Fucker got me through the wall. He's got cheat tactics. New strats. Ah, boo. Red Titanite chunk. Boo. Well, I guess if I want to make fire stuff later. Titanite chunk for weapon reinforcement. Red Titanite is powerful fire energy. Reinforces fire weapons to +9 and chaos weapons to +4. With the discovery of the chunks in Lord Turn, the race to locate the legendary slabs has begun. Could they be mere myth? So we're beginning to get materials for different types of weapons. From when you want to ascend your standard weapons to make them fire or divine or magic or whatever. Chaos. What's that? So, that's the room where we fought Oscar. And that's Oscar. Remember, Oscar was undead and he feared he was going to go hollow. And so he has. After you left, he revived. Devoid of humanity. Hate to do this to you, Oscar. Thank you for giving me the Estus Flask. For giving me a key. Thank you for what you're about to give me in the very near future. Ooh, nice guard. Also, you see that he's doing damage through my shield, and that's because what he's swinging right now does some divine damage. It does damage based on faith. It's called the Astora Straight Sword, I believe. Darn it. There we go, that should do it. Oh, I think he has a magic pixel on me. Sorry, Oscar. But you have something I really, really want. The crushed shield. The shield that he was carrying. It's my favorite shield in the game. A shield of a nameless knight, likely a high-ranked knight of Astora. One of the enchanted blue shields, the crushed shield greatly reduces magic damage. So it has 100% physical damage reduction, it has decent stability, but most importantly, 80% magical reduction. So this thing is really, really good. It's my favorite shield, and I still have the mid-roll. So we're gonna rock this thing from now on. There are technically some other shields, like obviously the Great Knight Shield, or excuse me, Great Shields are fantastic. God damn it, I forgot this trap comes back. Oh, I fell for it. I thought it went away after the first time you complete this area. But nope, apparently it comes back. But like I was saying, obviously Great Shields are fantastic. They are great for doing all types of things. Another excellent standard size shield is the one that the Black Knights carry. I think it's called like the Black Knight Shield or something. It's really similar in a lot of ways to the Crest Shield. You know, 100% damage reduction. It has great resistances. It's particularly good against fire. Yo, this is different. They put 2 of you guys in this room now, huh? Was it always like this when you came back here? I'm not sure. More of that garbage. So this is what the key opens that we found back at Firelink. This lets you go get a pretty good piece of equipment. The rusted iron ring. I will be using this at some point. This iron ring was used to shackle the guilty. It is terribly rusted and faintly stained with blood. Those who find this strange ring to their liking will be pleased to find it easier to gain footing on poor ground such as swamps. That item description, I believe, is rewritten. It was a little bit more vague. It was like, receive better footing on poor ground or something like that. It was like, well, what the hell does that mean? So I think they did rewrite it a bit. What it means is that that problem I was having a few minutes ago where I was standing in water and moving slower, that goes away with this ring on. So you're not slowed down by being in water. That comes in handy in a particular area of the game. And it's almost like mandatory to get through that area with this ring. Alright, so we still have some backtracking to do here. This is where we came out of. There are 2 more actually 3 more very interesting things in this area. I need to backtrack all the way to my cell, where we literally started the game. I think those, yeah, that's right. I died to that Black Knight, so the hollows came back. You son of a bitch. Oh, and they're coming into this room too. How annoying. Come on, buddy. Come on. So here's where we originally entered in from. I maybe should have put that ring on. And they are kind enough. This is the original hallway. They are kind enough to put a second Black Knight in here. How great. Come on, man. Let's have a fight. I think this hallway is a bit wider. I timed that wrong. He was going for the shield bash. There we are. Ooh. We're inside of him a little bit. Ooh, that thing takes up all of your stamina. Oh, he's not gonna like that. Ooh. Gotcha. Drop something good. Another fucking red Titanite chunk. Oh well. I really like that shield. And the peculiar doll. That's like the big thing for coming back here for. Well, I guess that's not true. There's another really good item. This is probably a key item. What am I doing? There it is. A strange doll in strange dress. There once was an abomination who had no place in this world. She clutched this doll tightly and eventually was drawn into a cold and lonely painted world. We'll see what that does later. Alright, so a couple things left here. I should probably level up now. There's a decent chance that, ooh, this is dangerous. What I'm about to do is dangerous because I could lose my soft humanity. There's nothing I could do. Like, I could cash in the souls, but there's no real way to cash in the soft humanity outside of bumping a bonfire. We'll see if I'm capable of doing this. So first, let's reverse the hollowing. I'm gonna go for it. I'm gonna bump this bonfire up. I mean, I have so much humanity. It's not too big of a deal. And we'll kindle this one up to +10. We're gonna try to pull off the very, very difficult for this point in the game. But first, I need, damn it, take care of these stupid hollows. Anyone else see me? Was there a third guy? Well, I'm not seeing him. Alright, here we go. Here's the big change in the area. This floor now breaks, allowing you to fight Stray Demon, the guy who was stomping around in the basement all along. Fucking Christ, I'm dead. Oh man, that was bad. So Stray is for real. He is, like, he's tough. He's really hard. But I've seen some footage of him here in Remaster that has given me a little bit of hope for potentially defeating him. And that is that there's a change in a effect that happens when you fight him. And it actually just happened. I just didn't get a good look at it because I was standing at a bad angle and it ended up killing me. But he just did a big magic attack. It's like a big AoE. And in the original version of the game, this thing was really hard to understand, like, where it was hitting and where it wasn't. So, like, first pick this up so I don't lose it. But in Remaster, it's a lot more clear where the hell it goes. So, look at the damage I'm doing. It's very little. So, that right there, you can see it was like a clear bubble. It's a circle that lets you know, like, it's going here. And here's, like, you know how fast you have to back up. You know exactly where it's going, everything. That used to not happen. It used to be super confusing. It was just like a pink fog that would envelop the screen. And you would not be able to glean anything from it. And it was super hard to dodge. But now it's a bit clearer. I can back up. I have a lot of time. Let's take a little drink here to top off. Because of that. Because he can really do a lot of damage. Let me just back up. They might have even toned down, like, how far it actually goes in addition to, like, giving it a better visual effect. Oh, I missed. Crap. That's the hard one to dodge. And I'm dead. It's doable. I feel like it's doable. We'll have to see how much my lightning spears do. But yeah, it's hard. Typically, you're intended to come back here a bit later than I ultimately did, although beating the Black Knights and Oscar and all that, it's certainly doable where I'm at in the game. But he's typically harder to beat, and that's because you get a really good reward for beating him. So I would say, like, you probably would want a +10 weapon in the original version of the game. You'd want to feel, you know, that you have a good safety net for when you fight him. And obviously, players can do way better than I can and, you know, can beat him doing tiny little chip damage. I could maybe do this doing like 33 damage a swing. I don't know. I might have to get a little lucky here. Unfortunately, I dropped... fuck, there goes my humanity. Son of a bitch. Also, I didn't level up because I'm an idiot. God damn. Oh well, that's gonna come back to me. Plus, I'm not too keen on leveling up just yet because I know that I leveled up a bit too much off camera. I didn't originally intend to do that, but I got so much from helping people defeat the gargoyles because I was grinding to get those sunlight medals because I wanted to get the 10 required to level up the Covenant. That I ended up getting like a bunch of souls that I didn't originally want. Like, I had like 20,000 left over after buying a bunch of stuff, and I was like, well, I gotta do something with it. I guess I'll level up Dex a little bit more than I was intending. I did like level up Faith and Attunement and stuff. Like, I originally got to 18 Faith because I needed it just to be able to use the Homeward Miracle. And then I wanted to like pump up a couple more to get up to 3 Attunement slots. God damn it. We're gonna have to cut footage here. I'm gonna give him some more goes. Give him, you know, the old college try, as they say. And if I can't pull this off, if it really feels like it's not anywhere close to doable, then I'll back off and we'll come here later. I'd like the thing that he drops, but I can't use it right away anyway. And ultimately, if I have to come back and do it later, that's fine. Fuck off! Yeah! Oh, man. But I pulled it off in the end. And look, my reward is a Titanite slab, the highest regular upgrade material in the game. And pick up my 0 souls. I got like 20,000 souls off of that. Whew. Heart's racing a little bit. Oh, God. Oh, I got so many more of those left in me where you get that type of adrenaline run from a Dark Souls game. Where the hell is the way out of here? There's a ladder somewhere. There it is. Wow, I actually pulled that off. That was tough. That was really, really tough. But thankfully, I never have to come back here again, so I don't have to make a second trip. And it leads you out into that hallway you started in. Okay, let's use these souls to level up. Because I earned that one. I had to change my equipment up, get the fast roll on. I did manage to pull off all 10 lightning spears on him, which do decent damage, but ultimately it only gets you like, I don't know, 2/3 of the way there. So after that point, it becomes all about getting behind him, getting in his butt, making sure you can't get hit by that magic attack from the front, and going to town, making sure that you get those two-handed swings in. Alright, so I'm going to use this all on faith, because I would like to get up to 30 to the point where I can use the Great Lightning Spear, and then I'll probably leave it alone for a while. So I'm at 3,700. I need 49 to level up. Let's use some consumable items. I mean, I don't know how much any of this is going to give me. It changes from game to game, so it gets a little confusing as to what does what. Dark Souls 3 came up with a really good system to where you could sell them to a merchant in Firelink Shrine that would sell them or would buy them for the exact amount you would get from them. So that was a really easy way to do it. But in this game, it's just like, how much is this one versus this one versus this one? I don't really know. But what they did change is, let's use like this. It used to be you had to pop these one at a time, but again, quality of life changed to let you use multiple of them at a time now. I'm going to use the big one. This might be way too much. I have no idea. It's actually a little short. Okay, so I don't really have any big ones of these. That was the biggest one I had, and it was only 1,000. Let's use 2 of these then. How much are these? Okay, they're 400. I thought they might be 100s. Let's level up, and we'll go to 25 faith. That's good. Oh boy. Stray demon, you're killing me. Okay, where are the hollows? There they are. Now I gotta get rid of these guys on the outside. There is one last thing to do here before we head back to Firelink. This was a nice little detour. A fruitful one. I got myself the Crest Shield, got the Titanite Slab, the Peculiar Doll. Everything went about as well as I could have wanted it to go. But our last thing, the first time we came through here after beating the first like little tutorial level, there's a message right around here that said secret ahead, and that is somewhat true. Or not. Okay, what's going on, Snuggly? Why you doing this to me? Why you doing this? Right here at this nest is supposed to be Snuggly the Crow, a bit of a Souls tradition. He, well, like, he's never a character you can see. There are all types of crows, but you can never see Snuggly. It's just a voice that pops in and is like, hey, give me whatever, give me... I can't remember what it is in this game. And you're supposed to leave items in the nest, and you can, like, trade to get other things. But I didn't get the voice. What's up with that? Where's my voice? What do I have to do in order to make it appear? Am I stupid? Did I forget? Was there some sort of requirement that I have forgotten about? I don't remember. Let me sit at the bonfire and figure this out.
You, give me warm, give me soft.
There it goes. I don't know what happened the first time. I guess this is more finicky than I thought. So you drop items in Snuggly's little nest, and when you reload the area, which is a little weird, then you get a thing for an exchange. So allow me to cheat and trade for what I currently have on me. I don't have everything that he or she will give you, but I have some of the things. Okay, so the cracked red eye orb is one of the exchanges, so we'll drop 1. Hopefully that's close enough to the middle of the nest. That might not be good enough, I don't know. So the way you do this is like, the way they FromSoftware wanted you to do it was like to leave and go back to Firelink and come back later and you'll get a thing. But the easiest way to do it is to just do this. Is to quit the game, go back to the title screen, and reload your game. It is by far the fastest way to do it. You could go back and sit at the bonfire, I think, or you could throw yourself off the edge. Hopefully that was close enough to the center.
You.
Yeah.
Give me.
Warm, soft. And I get a purging stone, 2 more of them. Let's see what else I have in my inventory I can give her. Here's a big one, the rubbish. The rubbish does have a value. You can drop it for Snuggly. So we'll drop it here. Now let's see what I get for this one. And I got a Titanite chunk. Very good exchange. We got something good for something nothing. So we got a bit of a different animation for this item. It's a ring, because I'm picking up a ring. So you get a ring of sacrifice for 1 humanity. And you get something for the twin humanity too. I just realized I never read what this thing does. Rare tiny black sprite found on corpses. Very unusual twin humanity. Used to gain 2 humanity and restore a large amount of HP. This black sprite is called humanity, but little is known about its true nature. If the soul is the source of life, then what distinction is left for humanity? And for that one, I get a rare ring of sacrifice. This is the first one of these we've gotten, right? This mystical ring was created in a sacrificial rite of Velka, the goddess of sin. The magenta shaded ring is especially rare. Its wearer will lose nothing upon death and will be freed from any curse whatsoever, but the ring itself breaks. So it does the same thing the ring of sacrifice does, with one additional effect. And that is that you can wear it if you feel you are in danger of dying via curse, petrification. So if you're in an area where you know that can happen, you can slap this thing on, and not only will you not lose your souls and your soft humanity upon death, but you will not be cursed. But of course it breaks after 1 use. Alright, time to head on back to Firelink. We'll probably, well, I might come back here off camera or so. Maybe, maybe not. Because obviously there's still exchanges to do with Snuggly. Some good things to be had for certain items. So I'll probably come back here later. But for now, it's time to say goodbye to the Northern Undead Asylum and head back home.